It's ripe, it's juicy, and it looks delicious. But is it nutritious? That's the first thing on Kathleen's mind when she's choosing a snack for her daughter, who is diagnosed with cystic fibrosis.
I decided that the basis of how to deal with her supposed disease was to treat her nutritionally. I wanted to feed her the best I could. Highly nutritious fruits and vegetables for her to eat.
Kathleen learned there's a way to test the nutritional value of produce using a refractometer.
So you do the little test on the Brix meter, and then you get a number on the scale.
Awesome. It's like a 16.
And then you actually have a chart that shows you each particular vegetable. It's not a comprehensive list of vegetables by any stretch, but it's a good list. I think there's over 60 on there. And then it gives you poor, average, good, or excellent.
Refractometers are not new technology. Most commonly, they've been used for brewing beers and wines.
Back in the 50s, I think, was when somebody actually started to realize, wait a minute, we can actually use this. It's not a quantitative measurement of the minerals. It's a qualitative one in that there's a correlation between the result you get and how nutritious your food is. So I can't tell you, okay, there's this much, magnesium in there or this much potassium. What it's measuring is a drop of the juice, and it's a density test. So the more carbohydrates and minerals in there, the higher the scale will be. So then the better, the more nutrition is in the food.
And it's a 7.
I've gone, to all the local grocery stores, farmers markets, and tested everything. And what I discovered was half of what I was bringing home wasn't worth eating.
Although something's labeled organic and grown without chemicals or pesticides, Kathleen noticed that organic didn't always mean more nutritious.
This isn't our conventional versus organic debate. This issue's same on both branches of agriculture. What I've found really interesting is people actually haven't made the connection between the soil that their food's being grown in and how many nutrients are then in the actual food that's being grown in it. And I'm not by any stretch of the imagination saying I'm the first one to have figured this out, but it was the first time it really came into my consciousness about how variable the quality of the organic produce is.
Kathleen was so excited with everything she had learned, she wanted to not only share it, but offer a solution. She started a business to help others manage the fertility of their soil to produce high Brix gardens.
I don't want to come across as preachy, but I just want to, I was like, my eyes popped open when I was like, whoa, what's going on here? This is an issue. And I want people to know, and I want people, especially if you're going through all the effort of growing in your own backyard, because you understand how poor our food supply is. You're growing your own stuff. And if you're not getting great results, then you're doing all that work and you're still not nourishing your body.
Kathleen has been consulting with Laura Lee, who owns Sugar Shack Seeds. Testing soil and adding minerals, Laura Lee hopes to achieve a high Brix garden.
When you increase the Brix level of your soil, you're increasing the overall balance and health of your soil, which in turn grows healthier plants, which in turn sort of makes the critters blind, believe it or not. They're not going to see those healthier plants. They're going to go for the unhealthy plants. It'll also have a longer shelf life if I'm growing my food in a healthier soil. It'll taste better.
I have a feeling that in our generation, I don't think we actually know what good produce actually tastes like. Because pretty much everything I tested from the grocery store was average or below. And you really technically, essentially shouldn't be eating anything that's under a good. Just because anything below that, the proteins aren't formed properly, there's a lack of enzymes, vitamins, and it's really hard to digest.
With her mother focusing on high nutrient foods, Danica is healthy and doing well. In Parksville, I'm Kelly Robinson.